Hey guys, Jason Stapleton here. I wanted to just show you a very simple pattern formation that you can trade in a day trading fashion. You can do this on any time frame, but I am looking here on the 5-minute chart. I'm on the pound dollar, and it's about 10:30 in the morning here. And what I've been watching is this last little pattern formation here that's set up where the market is. If I go ahead and fatten this thing up so we can see it. The market has made an initial rally here, and then we're coming back down, and what's happening is we formed a base, and then we're making a lower high, and then right here, boom, we break out of that. And what we should see here is a little bit of trend continuation off of this, off of this breakout. And where I'm looking to go with this, and I can actually probably tighten this up a little bit because we're not going to be trading. We don't want the market to violate the previous lows. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for an advance here, and I'm looking for the market to come up into initially here around 160.29. Now, how did I come up with that? Well, I basically took a copy and paste of the initial leg, and I said, where does an ABCD pattern complete? And that's about where it completes, right there about 60.29. And then what I'll be looking for is also you've got this little bit of structure here back to the left, right along that same area. So I'm looking to see if the market will come up here and grab those 60.29s and then look for maybe some potential follow-on targets as well. And I'll be trailing the balance of my position in the trail. So let me just go ahead and pause the video here, and I'll come back once we've hit target one, assuming we hit target one. We may not, but if we don't, we'll have a good video to show on how to deal with losers. So let me pause the video here for a minute, and we'll come back in a little bit.
And all right, guys, target one was just hit, so a very nice little trade there from 14 to 28. So about 14 pips in there, something like that. And now the market's kind of starting to move here. And so I'm just going to trail my stop up. But I want you guys to understand, and basically, the Technical Trader Summit is right around the corner. And this is exactly the type of stuff that we're going to be covering in there. I'm going to be showing you these different, what we consider simple pattern formations. And what the simple pattern formations will do in terms of helping you to identify and how to trade just based off the price action. Because if you can identify just little pops like this, it only takes 1 or 2 of these a day of finding them in a couple of hour time period to make 20, 30, 40 pips a day. And guys, over time, if you're averaging 12 to 20 pips a day, you're going to be doing phenomenally well. But this is the type of stuff that the Technical Trader Summit is all about. It's exactly what we want to be doing. And so, if you haven't had a chance to sign up for the Technical Trader Summit, please do so now. And I'll go ahead and hold this trade for a little while and see if we can't have some follow-on targets. And I'm just going to trail my stop. I move my stop now here to break even. Actually, we need to probably come up here to just above break even. So now, if the market declines, which it may very well do, comes back down, it'll trigger our stop. We'll be out for break even for a profitable position. And if not, what we're going to do is we're just going to continue to watch this and trail. Now, we're coming right up against, as I said before, right up against that structure. So we're always wanting to be cognizant. Always look left. Structure leaves clues for this structure area. If we get above that, man, there's a pretty good chance we're going to run all the way back up here to 60.72s. Now, depending on your trading day, when your trading day starts or ends, you may end up clearing out your positions at the end of the day. It's 11 o'clock Central Time here. So you're coming to the end of a trading session. And what will happen is, if in the next half hour I don't hit a target, I'm going to end up shutting it down and just taking whatever profits are left over and exiting the market, because this is a day trade. I'm not going to let this turn into a swing trade. I'm going to capture what I can during the trading hours that I've got. But there is certainly the potential that if we get above this structure point, that we may run all the way back up to 60.72s. So let me just pause the video one more time, and I'll come back and show you guys how the trade turned out. And all right, people, it's now 11:31, and we've come back up. We're basically about almost where I took profits before. I'm just going to go ahead and close out this trade for the balance of the position, and now we're all flat. So not quite as much on the balance, but hey, it might have stopped us out. It could have, rallied really hard up into the 11:30 hour and could have grabbed a little bit more money. I don't know what this is going to do now. It doesn't really matter because I'm out of the trade, so I don't sit back and look at it and question, well, what if? Oh, if only I had just held it a little bit longer. Oh, if I'd only just stayed at my desk during lunch. We set these rules in place and say, well, look, I only trade the New York morning session. That's when I trade. So if I don't find any trades that day, I just don't trade. And, I shut my trading down at a specific time every day. And I don't care what time that is for you. If it's 10 a.m., if it's noon, if it's, 3 in the afternoon, whatever it is. You're like, I'll eat lunch at my desk. Fine. But have those rules set up and know what pattern formations it is that you want to trade and that you will trade, so that you're not sitting around trading anything and everything that pops up, but you've got a specific number of pattern setups, a specific number of things that you look for that produce you a profit. And that's the best advice I can give somebody who's just starting out, is to learn a couple of basic patterns that have a high probability of producing a positive return, and look for those and start training your eye to do that. Some of the stuff we're going to be covering at the Technical Trader Summit. And so if you have not signed up already, please do so. And I'll see you guys there.